Suck by Sub, welcome to Sus Maho Radio, the one and only anime radio show in the entire Sekai. I am your host, DN, formerly known as Director Nasty. And as all you know, there's been a whole lot of good anime come out this winter, but not that many that I'm watching that I care to talk about. We, of course, got Sakamoto Days. We, of course, got Solo Leveling. We got a couple in betweens that we might start shooting, so keep your eyes peeled on that. Today's preview, we got Waifu Goddess Izakai of the greatest kind. We got one from Apothecaries. We got some things on the quest board to discuss. We got the awards of the week. And to begin, we are talking about solo leveling. We need to get on the curious case of Sung Jin Woo and this nigga's hunter daddy. Listen here. Imagine your daddy gone and he come back finally and he ain't got the milk with him. All he got is a couple bodies, 10 years of lore, and a whole bunch of secrets under his belt. That's essentially what happened in the last episode of Solo Leveling. He entered the chat, and frankly, he was having a hard time communicating. It was one of those, Sung can't communicate, but it didn't matter because he does a body catcher. He got dropped in a good old US of A, and there's only one US/Korean S-ranked hunter, apparently, that can translate. And it happened to be this dude, Hong Soo. Go figure. That's what called him away for Sung's gate. Sun Sung, not Daddy Sung. And he got called to the US to come translate with this dude. They're like, and they dropped some sauce. They're like, yo, we don't know if he's actually a hunter or if he's some sort of magical beast. And they're like, and I'm like, what do you mean by that? A magical beast. So then you look back at the last episode that we had a Soul Leveling, and Els Bakuru was talking to Jin Woo, and they're like, man, what you trying to defend these humans for? You're not even like them for real. I'm just like, oh my God. Is this nigga part magical beast now? But I don't know. I don't know. Some people would argue with me. Some people would say he can't be a magical beast because blah, 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 something about the gates. But we see the gates to the rules. As Daddy Sung said, there's a whole bunch of things that we don't know. There's a whole bunch of things that we ain't seen. We don't quite understand. So I'm looking forward to see what he means by that. Unfortunately, Hong Soo was not looking forward to see what he meant by that. He basically ignored every single warning, every piece of lore this man was trying to drop for him. Talking about everything that you think you know ain't what you know. There's a phenom, a destructive force being constructed right now, and any hunter that goes and faces it will die instantly and be devoured. And I'm over here looking at Jin Woo, and I'm like, hey, did he just kill that hunter nigga and he's using him against y'all? Huh, interesting. By the way, I love the solo leveling in this episode. Absolutely beautiful watching him destroy this demon tower going up to 100 floors. Watching him back at work with his own hands is a thing of beauty. Although I do love the Shadow Army, as you can see, this nigga Yggdrasil is always aura farming. Look at him. Why he gotta look so thugging for? Everybody else is in line doing supposed to be doing. Yggdrasil's just like, yeah, I'm about to fuck these niggas up. No, come on, man. Stand up like everybody else, bro. But it's fine. We love Yggdrasil in this dojo, man. That's my dog. He a real Maho for sure. But he's always aura farming. But with Sung, ran into a couple things. Yo, that big ass man bear pig he was fighting, that shit was insane. I was a little disappointed that he only got to level 75. And I'm hoping he gets an automatic return to level 75. I do see that they're moving kind of fast with this elixir thing. Because between his daddy coming back and having some lore, and I am believing in my head that Sung is actually the destruction catastrophe that's on the way, that's currently being built. But I also know for a fact that Jeju Island is cooking in the background and we still got to go back there. That's why they keep having us with the White Tiger Guild. That's why they're having us look at Cha Hae-in. Woo, my baby girl Cha Hae-in. Don't even get me started on her, boy. I truly see what they're cooking. So I say all that to say, I am excited to see what we're going to do next. I don't know whether we're going to get more of Daddy Sung or Jin Woo going back to finish the elixir to get his mama. But wherever we're going, whoever we're following, yo, it's crazy. I think it's pretty interesting that I don't want to say that the time his daddy getting out and the time him getting his power coincide, but it's very, very close. We're talking a mere couple months. Let's call it 7 months, just for shits and giggles. Let's just pretend like it's been 7 months. His daddy, he gets his power 7 months later. Daddy's out the gates. I feel like there's a potential that the gates knew they couldn't hold daddy no more. And like, okay, we got to start going into plan B. So whatever these gates, whatever this other side is cooking up, It's connected. You know, you won't tell me otherwise. It's absolutely connected. Let's see if anybody in chat has anything to throw in. My boy Idris, nah, Idris, that man, bro, always aura farming. It's what he literally does best. He's like, if there's any aura to be farmed, Idris says, I got first, bro. I got first. I got first dibs, son. Ain't nobody gonna tell me otherwise. But all right, we're gonna end that here. Let me know what you guys think about solo leveling. If you've already read the manga, please don't tell me nothing. I'm just gonna go in blind, deaf, and dumb, and leave me to my devices because I am anime only for reaction. But besides that, if you think I'm cooking with my theory, just say cooking. If you don't think I'm cooking, just like get him out the kitchen. But don't be a dick. All right, don't be a dick. Not to mention, if you do be a dick, I'm just gonna block you. I'm not gonna read it. Whatever. Anywho's, moving into next year, we're going straight to the quest board. Like I said, this is a abbreviated episode because one, I was gone for a little bit and I just caught up on anime and I caught up on it really fast. But two, I feel like this week of episodes really didn't do too much to move me. Were they good episodes? Yes, absolutely, they're good episodes. But outside of solo leveling, nothing had me like, woo, woo. We're going to talk about some of the other shows I watched this week and the awards of the week. But when it comes to just the tip, honestly, that's the only tip I had to jump on right now. I'm really hoping that the winter season picks up a little bit. I want to say something like Apothecary is hard to talk about because we're not at the point right now where anything is hyped to talk about. We're getting all the bricklaying for the season. We could talk about how Mao Mao's cute, how it's funny Jinshi was reading the Playboys and he was like taking notes. It's interesting how they're disseminating literature to get the literacy rate up again for everyone in a household. All those points are interesting, but they don't really warrant any discussion. Even where we're at right now with the shotties and the poisons being brought in, it's like, okay, it's spicy, but what are we doing with that? So there's not really anything that's jumping out for me to talk about. Even Sakamoto Days episode 2 and 3, good episodes, but didn't really have me like fiending. I didn't have that, oh, I need that next one feeling, you know what I mean? But we'll get back to it. It's all good. So next thing, we're going on the quest board. What we got is Don Machi, right? Don Machi comes back with its last 5 episodes, February 8th. But my question to you all, is it too late? Does anybody still give a damn about Don Machi right now? I say this with nothing but love. I give a damn about Don Machi. I think the next 5 episodes we're gonna get is gonna be absolute fucking fire. But I already see by how reactions go on YouTube, how they do, how nobody openly or I see talk about Don Machi. If I talk about Don Machi on Twitter, other people talk about Don Machi. If I talk about Don Machi on a YouTube video, people comment about Don Machi. But people just on their own don't mention Don Machi in their everyday life. They're not talking to their friends about it, they're not telling their friends to read it or watch it. It's just a show that's enjoyed and just kind of put on the shelf. So I feel like with the season that they had rolling up, what they were doing in the beginning with the first 10 episodes, the Freya toes on the ED, the whole arc of Belle having to go through being alone, being beaten, downtrodden, destroyed, broken limb for peace, to be just bigged up into this greater threat of their own demise for the Freya family. It was good to watch. It was interesting. Even the stuff before the lovey-dovey, I need you to save me, Belle. It was good. I enjoyed the first 10 episodes, but with this production break, I feel like all the gas has been let out. I feel like the balloon is flying around and going flat. And right now, they just wrangled it and they're trying to put the cord back on, but I don't know if that balloon's gonna inflate and float once again. I really wish that I don't know how to do this because my knowledge of the industry is not the best. When it comes to directorial stuff, when it comes to cinematics, when it comes to cinematography, I'm your guy. I actually studied that stuff. I put that stuff into practice. I use it in photography and videography. I understand that stuff well. When it comes to the production side of things, I've only been doing it as solo. I haven't really been exploring that in any other avenue. So I find it very interesting that a whole season isn't at least half completed before the season starts. Like to run into these production issues at such a critical time will never make sense to me. I don't think it's that hard or that difficult to make sure that before you drop season 1, you have the first half done and you're still continuously working. Like the first 8 episodes should need no work. But if you're telling me that you know what your timeline is, and you know that even if you drop 8 out of 15 episodes, that if you start working with an 8 week lead, that you're still not going to finish on time, it's one of those things like how, Sway. And if even if you know that with the timing, then make sure you start in an appropriate time, or make sure you have more episodes, in the hip pocket, like ready to go. Production wise, I can't imagine what we're waiting for, that there's a setback, a string of illness comes through, a natural disaster. Not saying that my anime is more important than these things happening, but it's one of those things like it should have been done already. No, what would be a reason for a studio outside of something that's weekly like Family Guy or South Park? It's like what would stop y'all from having these episodes ready and fully packaged before the season starts? Like, is it announced and then nobody's working on it until it's about to start? Is it weekly episodic, so y'all are really back here like Mappa churning them out every week? I can't imagine that's a fruitful or good practice given the nature of the business. So for me, I wish, my dream at some point is to not just do the research to find out why these productions happen. I want to talk to somebody from one of these teams to really break down and get a full understanding of, what causes an anime production delay outside of like some natural disaster or sickness that's going through. Why is it that sometimes there's just nothing going on and we hit production delays? Like, what is the actual holdup? Is it the artistry? Is it the putting it together? Is it the rendering of all of it? Is it bureaucracy in the background where people are like waiting for their paycheck? So like, I'm not coming to work today, and then that person didn't come to work because you didn't pay him. You paid him 3 days later, so now they came to work. But like, that was the main illustrator, so now we're fucked. Like, what are we doing? What's going on in the background? I don't want to say how can I help, because my specialty is in business and continuous improvement. Check the degrees, baby. But it's one of those things like what, like how do we prevent this? Because as what I hate the most is any anime that I watch, I want it to be successful if it's good. And I know that a good anime leads to more manga sales. I want more people to be onto Don Machi, read Don Machi, watch Don Machi. But with this production, I don't know if anybody's gonna come back. And then that puts a fear in my heart that like season 5 didn't do season 4 numbers or season 3 numbers, and y'all have production issues. Nah, we're not doing a season 6. We're done in it right here. That would break my soul. That's what I really want to avoid. What I really want to avoid is the business looking at the anime and saying, this anime is not churning out what we want it to churn out. We're not getting our return on investment. We're not getting the sales we're looking for, or the eyes, or the impressions. This has not been a fruitful endeavor. We have no reason to want to finish it. We're done with it here. That would destroy me. That's what I don't want to happen. So that's always my fear with shows that go on production, but specifically Don Machi. So y'all let me know what you think below before. Don Machi's coming back February 8th. Do you think it's too late? How do you feel about production issues? What do you know about the business and the practices that leads to these production issues that my ignorant ass just happens to not know about? I would love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to know what you guys think. But I'm gonna check the chat and see if we got anybody to throw some in. Uh honestly, she gets slapped up, but you never know. With Don Machi, they could make Bell lose how they did the Minotaur. I mean, that might be true. Zenshu, which is my new thing, just dropped too, I guess. See that right there? I hate y'all having to drop stuff due to viewership. It's not even drop stuff. We don't drop stuff due to viewership. We just won't pick something up if the viewership isn't there. And it's one of those things like, as long as the show comes out, we'll probably keep watching it. Especially something like Don Machi has such a big name. There's no way we would not continue watching that. Like, as long as they're dropping episodes, we will be there. Like, that's just that. Like My Have Marriage, list goes on. Oh, like that? Oh, yeah. Stuff like that. Yeah, sorry, bro. It is what it is. But also with those, you gotta remember, those won't be watched now, but they go into the pile of we have room, nothing else is heat. What should we watch? Like, it goes into that pile. Like, for instance, there's a couple things coming out that we were like not going to watch, and we hit a point where it's like, well, there's nothing else out right now, so let's just watch this, and that's what we did. So there's hope. But yeah. That's like Tsuchiminchi category. Yeah, it happens though. It happens though. I still give a damn. I just want to see how they're gonna beat this piggy guy, Freya's chief. Oh yeah, he's gonna be an absolute problem. He's gonna be an absolute problem. That is gonna be interesting. How they gonna jump his ass? I don't know what they got. I don't know what they got in the tank for him, but hey, it is what it is. He gonna figure it out. He gonna figure it out. Damn, my man never got me that list of the shawties. My man never got me the list of the shawties. But yeah, anyways, let me know what you guys think below. I love Danmachi. I don't think it's too late. I hope it's not too late because I know these episodes are gonna bang. Comment down below who's your favorite girl in Danmachi that you like, but also comment down who's the best girl for Belle. Ooh. All right. The next thing we're gonna do is supposed to be this, but Brother Shadow failed me. Brother Shadow failed me, and I don't know these shawty's names. Oh man, I don't remember her name. The blue-haired one. Is this her? No, what's the blue-haired one's name? Pink hair, Makoto's background real is best for Mr. Chrono. True. Wait, what list of shawties? Pink hair is I know Gyoku and I know Lianhu, the blue-haired one. Who's the blue-haired one? Damn. I know her, but I don't remember her name. This dude's embarrassing me. Blue is Liahu. Lihua. And then purple is Lianu. I can never say their names right, bro. I'm terrible, bro. I'm gonna make sure I cut this out of the waifu goddess Izukai when I actually fucking do it. What's her name? Give me all three in one line. Feng Yao right now. Terrible. My producer's failing me. He's typing so slow. Oh man, thank God this is gonna be a shorter episode. Fail! We're failing right now. Collectively, we're terrible. Oh, my man's choking on something right now. He's choking. Purple is Luau, Lulan. Blue is Luhua. Red is Gyoku. Those are some hard names. God damn. Oh, why could these bitches have easier names? Lulan, Li Hao, Lulan, Li Hao, Gyoku. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. Listen, my hoes, don't you dare go snitching on me that I don't know these hoes' names. The people who watch a waifu goddess Izukai, they'll never fucking know. They'll never fucking know. So y'all don't go snitch. I can't pronounce it for shit. Yeah, me either. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, next week got coming up. Woo, we got a thick episode of Waifu Goddess Izukai today. It starts at A, and so Carry Apothecary Shawty is who we're getting into. I know, you're gonna look here and say, you didn't put Mao Mao on the list. Do you know why I didn't put Mao Mao on the list? Mao Mao's on the list. We protect Mao Mao. We don't sexualize Mao Mao. I don't care how nasty she gets. You leave Mao Mao out of this. This is for the real eaters. This is for the real hoes. These for the bitches that are gonna go on your whole goddamn thing. This is not for sweet Mao Mao. She is out of this. We put her on the step above that we put the top hoe on this list. Don't you ever fix your mouth to waifu goddess Izukai Mao Mao. That's why she's not here. This for the real bottom bitches. The ones who sit in the back palace on a big old thickies popping out babies for the emperor. And we getting into it. Today on Waifu Goddess Izakai, once again, we got a bunch of consorts, concubines, and cum guzzling shawties. I probably shouldn't have said that. YouTube, don't clap me. Right now, we got on the left, we got Lady Kyoku. Just popped out a baby for the Emperor. Sweet lady, love the red hair. Thick on top, thick on bottom. Great sense of humor, but also is not afraid to go to a book to, figure out if she should dangle dangle or dongle dongle. Shout out to Brother Maki. In the middle, we got Consort Liha. Woo! Let me say her name. We got Consort Lihao. Lihao. That's how I want her down. Every time I hit it and it claps on here, Lihao. But yes, we have Consort Lihao, formerly known as the Pure Consort. Her ass, excuse me. She is stern but loving. She has a strong will, but has such a warm smile. She's just looking for somebody to love her and give her what she's always wanted, and that's to inflate them guts with some cream and make sure she pops out something in between. For the Emperor, of course, hypothetically, not for us. And lastly, on the far left, we got the newest consort, the newest escort, the new OF girl of the day, new flavor, just pulled up with her 58 different ladies in waiting. We have consort Lulan. Lulan, she honestly is like, I want to say full tsundere, right? Because, like, I've yet to see this whole smile. All I've heard out of her is fire ass outfits and sly ass looks. She gives you this kind of perception of like, I would spit on you, but then I'd lick it out of your mouth. And there's something about that I can appreciate, but at the same time, she doesn't really fit my dimensions that I'm looking for. So this waifu goddess is a real interesting one. There's enough sauce on all the shawties you kind of know who and how they are, but not enough of the shotties for you to truly fall head over heels for them. So you just gotta go based off. This is one of those things like you have to imagine, right? You're outside walking through the courtyard, and you happen to catch a passing handkerchief, and you grab it and you go to give it to the shotty. You have one interaction with her. That's all you have. In that one interaction with one of these shotties, who are you waifuing? Who are you goddessing? Who are you izakai? I'll tell you right now, for me personally, this one is actually pretty easy for me. And I honestly think that you guys are gonna be like, this is so predictable, director. Like, what is wrong with you? And I'm not gonna hold you. I'm a little vanilla on this one. I'll be real with you. But it's also one of those things like based off, like I said, this is one of those moments. It's like, oh, I got to meet you once, like on some Chris Brown shit. I don't know your name, but excuse me, miss. Like you like this is your first pickup, like you first bump into the hoe. So for me, it's one of those things where it's like, it's kind of easy, right? Cause y'all know my motto, I'ma like who likes me. And if on the first impression, I don't think you fuck with me, I don't know if it's gonna work, girl. I just don't know. I just don't know. So with that being said, we're gonna jump into my picks right now. First thing for the waifu, we're going with Consort Lihao. Why Consort Lihao? I feel like if I got her handkerchief and I returned it to her, she might like take it from me gently and I might crack a little joke and she might just kind of smile slyly, and as she turns around, she'll just look at her shoulder over me and do like one of these, like, hmm. And I'd be like, oh yeah, I can shoot my shot. Maybe. But also, her dimensions are fucking amazing. Look, her and Lady Yoku are actually like both like solid D's and like Cherokee in the back. Like, no shit. Like, just dead ass. I understand why the Emperor keeps both of them around. I won't be able to choose either, my boy. I'm not even looking at you funny. I'm looking at you funny because you hogging all the hoes. But I will also say you have fantastic taste, my guy. Absolutely impeccable taste. So for that reason, yeah, I am going to waifu Li Hao. She gets the waifu card. I do like the hair. Dimensions are fire. I did hear that she has some trouble conceiving. So that, as far as I'm concerned, that's free cream for the whole year. And your chances of like her being like, it's yours, is minimal. And maybe I'm the piece of shit that would thoroughly enjoy that, but at the same time, I do like me a carefree nut. Like, who doesn't? Everybody does. That's all you want to do then. But anyways, we're gonna goddess Lady Gyoku. Why? I think she's the warmest of them all. The red hair, you already know. Red hair, I'm lost, bro. It's done for me. Red hair, good. She has great personality, dope. If I picked up her handkerchief and I returned it, she would have said, "Why, thank you, sir." And I'm like, "No, the pleasure is definitely all mine. If you have anything else you want to drop, let me know." And then she would laugh like a motherfucker. Not just like a little laugh. She would like give like a belly laugh. And I see her, and you know what they say? If you can make her laugh and giggle, you can make that ass clap and jiggle, my boy. And Lord knows I had that shit going crazy. It would sound like a goddamn theater in the opera. Round of applause. Shawty make the ass clap. And you know it's gonna be crazy. Whoo! Why? Because she's built just like Lady Liahu. She got them D's in the front, D in the back. It's crazy wide, like a fucking 18 wide semi. So for that reason, yeah, that's gonna be the goddess, bro. Like, please, I'll take. Honestly, I'll be your baby daddy, girl. I know you got one with the emperor. I'll be your baby daddy. I'll be your stepdaddy. Absolutely, absolutely. Are we joking? Are you kidding me? Give it clear. That's our daughter. Our daughter, comrade. Like, what you talking about, emperor? I'm watching our daughter, son. Go back to ruling the country. Leave me and the Lady Goku alone. Fuck out of here. But anyways. And that leaves the case, Lady Luan, she's getting Izakai. There's absolutely nothing against her. It's just the first interaction, I don't think she would like me. If she dropped her handkerchief, I'd pick it up and go give it back to her. She'd hit me with like a disgust look, like a, she might even like take in, but gag a little bit. But I feel like I'm like, you're my lady. I'm sorry, my presence has offended your orifices. Perhaps next time you'll let me offend you in another way. And she'd be like, "Did the peasant talk to me?" And I'd be like, "Peasant right here. Yes, I did." And she'd be disgusted, but she'd be intrigued. But I wouldn't think she'd let me clap based on that interaction. I don't think she would like me at all. I would be lucky not to lose my head if we're being honest. But at the same time, as a peasant, I'm never scared to lose my head. Like, who wants it anyways? Like, take it. What? Fuck that. So that being said, she gets Izakai just because I don't think she'll fuck with me on the first impression. And it is what it is. You know, not every shotty gonna like you. You can't like every shotty. But at the same time, like, damn. I'm very happy with my choices on this one. I'm pretty sure you already knew how this was gonna go. It was literally a 50-50 on the thickies. And then you throw in Lulan. And sometimes, you know, I do like that little sun, that little dirty, fuck you looking at type look. But it's not always for me. And especially with this shawty, I hate to say it, but her ass and titties don't jiggle enough for her to look at me like that and me to like it. You gotta have a certain dimensions if you're gonna have that archetype to really get my juices flowing, you know? And she just don't fit that. So no thank you. Narashta. Bag her ass up. Send her to another show. Honestly, in another show, she'd still be bad. She would clear a lot of the hoes in another show. Not this one though. The show with hoes? The show with hoes? Girl, the show with hoes, I don't even think you're a top 20 pick right now. If the Emperor could go to Mao Mao's hometown and see the bitches in Mao Mao's hometown, nah, I don't even think this girl have a job, bro. They would have put her ass on the fucking sideline so fucking quick. She would not stand a chance. I love her though. I love her though. I'll say it again. I love her though. But nah, hey, don't give me none of that. Anyways, let's see what the chat has to say about this waifu goddess Izakai. And bus is going up, Vara. Her mama gave him those class. I know Mau Mau gave out those sex classes and she wrote some of them sex books, but that don't mean we gonna do that to Mau Mau. She is above that. These hoes though, hell no. Waifu Lulan, Goddess Gyoku, Izakai Lua. Oh, Brother Shadow. With a surprise, I really thought this man would have said Goddess Lulan. I really thought it would have been Goddess Lulan. That's interesting. You went for the thickness too. Explain yourself. Had to be done. Wasn't easy. Hey, at least you admit. What's going on, Brother Zachary? Boy, my name, girl. Maybe I haven't been around. All good, my boy. All good. I'm looking at his choice of Lishu. That minor, funny, dead. Ooh, that look she gave me, heavy step on me vibes. Stop. She would step on you and you wouldn't feel anything. She's too light. The point of getting stepped on is to feel something. Like if she's stepping on you and there's no pressure, like what are we doing? Get your fucking feet off me. That's the only time I'd ever say that. I'm not a fuck nigga. Um, hey, we haven't seen Lulan's dimensions because she's always sitting down. Yeah, but if she's sitting down and you're not taking up extra space on the side, you're not thick. Like if you sit down and the rest of you doesn't have to sit moments after, you're not thick. I haven't seen that happen with her. The other consorts, they sit down, like they're sitting and their body's still settling. I love that shit. Lulan, she sits and the chair like lets you know like I'm done. Nothing there. And wearing extravagant clothing, she might be competing behind the scenes. Stop. Stop. I am always open to criticism. I am always open to being incorrect. I don't think I deserve either on this one. I'm pretty sure I'm right. She's gonna be good. She's gonna be solid. I imagine she's gonna be like a Mao Mao, you know, very slender, very cute, very somebody's gonna love her. Without a doubt. Probably you. But she don't fit my size. The thicker, the more to play with for real. I'm telling you. And you know what I've learned about myself recently? You could be thick on the top or thick on the bottom. I actually don't need both. I would prefer the bottom. But sometimes some tickle bitties gets the job done. I've almost started. My taste as I get older, my tastes have kind of changed a little bit. I definitely gotta have the thighs, but like you gotta have good thighs and not have much behind. Then I'm okay with that. But you gotta make sure you got some bazookas up top. Something gotta be stacked. Like you're min maxing, one of them gotta be like, damn. They wear looser clothes, fair. Let them sit on my hill. I will love her. I'm dead. Give me my underrated shotties. I don't want to be competing for those extra thickies like y'all. Whatever. That's loser talk. Fight me in the goddamn gulag for this bitch. If you love her, put your heart and your ass behind it. The fuck? Man, talk about you could have them. I don't want to fight. Like you're better than us. Like you're fucking better than us. Yeah, go enjoy your fucking surfboard, buddy. Whatever. Anywho's, that is the end of this version of Waifu Goddess Izukai. You heard the chat. Everybody's agreeing Lady Goku is the goddamn goddess of this show, and it's not really up for debate. Of course, Mao Mao is above all because she's Mao Mao, but for this one, yeah, these shotties, hey, you can't go wrong. Make sure you comment down below who you want. Make sure you come on Mondays for Sauce Maho Radio where we do this live. Make sure you can join the Discord so you can call in, or at least the Twitch so you can type in and be included on the discussion. This ends Waifu Goddess Izukai. Let me know which one's yours. Comment down below. Surfboard is atrocious. Ha! I ain't shit and I know it. Ha! Ha! All right, on to the next thing. Hold on to the next category. We're moving to the awards of the week. Like I said, this one's gonna be a nice little abbreviated episode. Yeah, this romance of the week goes to Blue Box. We are watching multiple romances now. However, I'm still giving Blue Box a romance of the week. I like this episode of Blue Box for two reasons. One, y'all already know I'm Team Hina Supremacy, right? Team Hina Supremacy. But I do see that Blue Box is trying to make a case for Chi Senpai. And lately they've been doing a really good job of letting you see the other side of her that while she was living with Taiki, you really couldn't gather. She was a lot more reserved. She was heavily focused on the basketball. So, like, I don't want to say she seemed kind of dry, but she did. She was like a saltine after swimming in a pool with peanut butter on top and no fucking water. Now she's more like, a smooth, creamy spread with a slice of apple and a slice of Gouda on top on a fucking Ritz. She's getting there. She has some fucking flavor to her. I don't know it's because she saw Hina's confession. I don't know if it's because the basketball options out the window. I don't know if it's because of all the little things she's been picking up along the way. But she's very much loosening up. They're doing a good job of showing the other side of Chi Senpai that it's like, yeah, she's not just Taiki's crush. She's Taiki's crush that's an individual woman with her wants, needs, her doubts, but she also happens to like her homeboy right back. And she wants to pursue that. And she's seen enough now that she can understand she can do both. But what I really liked in this episode of Blue Box was the fact that I don't want to say we finally get like the reveal. I feel like we finally got that little bit of Chi Senpai got that little bit of awakening that it's like, you're kind of fucking with Taiki right now. You know you like him, and you know this boy kind of likes you, and you want to focus on basketball, but you also want the boy, but you don't want the boy to go with the other girl. So you will continue to try to focus on basketball, but reach for the boy at the same time. Like if you can have both, that's what you're gonna do. And I'm glad that she kind of got exposed a little bit because I feel like very much she could have both. But I'm also a grown ass man that's been through a lot of different situations. I understand that whatever you want, you can balance. There is a healthy balance of both. Like, not she wants her cake and eat it too because she wants to focus on basketball, but she also doesn't want Taiki to go anywhere and do anything with anybody else. That's why I say cake and eat it too. I believe how you could do both. You could both focus on basketball and give Taiki enough time where you can make it work. However, you gotta workshop that. You gotta get there. But I like that they hit her with the being non-committal as kind of a dick move. And she's like, damn, am I a dick? And she's like, I'm kind of a dick. When I hit him up, it was only after I knew that girl wanted him. I hit him up after I knew that girl wanted him. And I don't know if that's fair to him. I should let him go. Girl, you don't have to let him go, but as long as you understand the kind of position that you're putting him in, I can forgive you. My other favorite part about this episode is fucking Hina not dodging no motherfucking smoke. Hina went straight up to Chi Senpai and said, oh, by the way, I don't know if you knew this or not, but I confessed to your man. And they just end the episode. I love it because it is classic Hina. I love it because every time Hina and Chi Senpai interact with each other, it's so formal, it's so cold. This is one thing I love about learning language is sometimes when you get the deeper understanding and meanings behind language, you know when somebody is doing something serious. So for instance, we saw in Dan when Okarun is leaving Momo, he goes sayonara. If you know Japanese and you know the language, when you say sayonara, that's like goodbye forever. That's just not goodbye. That's goodbye. I'm never going to see you again. And you understand the impact that that has in that moment where she's like, we're friends. What do you mean I'm never going to see you again? Goodbye or long goodbye. What the nigga? Come here. I'll see you tomorrow. Say it right. Beautiful moment. In this scenario with the konnichiwa, so like every time people say hi, in Japanese, sometimes mushi mushi, sometimes it's anyo, not anyo, sorry. Oh shit, I can't remember what it is in Japanese right now. I try to say freaking Korean. Anyways, there's like an informal way to say hi, but every time she and Hina say hi, it's konnichiwa. Konnichiwa is hella formal. That's like I've never met you before. Konnichiwa, hello, how are you doing? Every time they see each other, it's konnichiwa. So it's like not really smoke, but if you know enough Japanese, you're like, yo, that is smoke, son. So every time I heard the konnichiwa, I just knew it was like, I'm like, oh yeah, they all fuck with each other right now because they say konnichiwa to each other. And sometimes it's like one of those things that when you both have a friend, you kind of get like closer of friends with like the adjacent friends. They're not close. Never was. Never was gonna make an attempt whatsoever. And it's just out in the open. Hina said, Chi, I want your man, and I want you to know that I want him. And he knows I want him. You know that I want him. I'm not backing down. What we gonna do? It's fucking beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Hina supremacy till I die, son. Whatever Taiki wants at the end of the day, but Hina supremacy till I die, son. Cause who moves like that? That's the kind of if I was Taiki, I would have folded already. And honestly, it's one of those things. I probably would have folded so fast that Hina would have been turned off. But I'm also smart enough to know that I can't fold immediately. I kind of have to drag it out to make sure she doesn't think I fold too fast. Unfortunately, that's a game you have to play with Shawty sometimes. But Taiki's accidentally playing the game the right way. Because one of those things, if she confesses and you fold to her right away, while she would be happy, in the back of her mind, she'd be like, so what he felt for the other girl was nothing? Like, was it that shallow? Will he be that shallow at me? Is he just coming to me because I told him I like him? Like, why would he do that? It's gonna cause too many problems. Hold out for a little bit. So shout out to my man Taiki playing the game right. Hey, bro. Hey, Playboy. You making moves at 18 that I ain't learned how to make until I was a grown ass man. Good on you. But I say all that to say this episode was beautiful. I'm excited to see where we pick up with Hina and Chi Senpai with the smoke on site. And Taiki, it's getting tough, Taiki. But you know what's funny? I see Taiki, I don't think he's wavering towards Hina whatsoever. That's what I will give him. Right now, as of right now, he's doing some blushing. It's on his mind, but I see no waver from Chi Senpai on his face. Like at all. Like he's almost too business as usual with Hina. I like that Hina keeps pressing him and he gets those little moments that he has to remember, doki doki. But for the most part, I don't think she's making any headway. And it's hard to watch. It's starting to get on my nerves, but we gonna see what happens. Let's see what the chat got to say about it. Cause like I can't be the only one. I can't be the only one on this side of the I can't be the only one on this side. Wait, who's thicker, Hina or Chi? Chi's thicker. Chi's thicker, but that's because Hina is a gymnast. I expect her to be thin. Or at least not as thick. If she was a gymnast, like, ooh, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something disrespectful. If she was a gymnast, like something hard, like balance beam, or like an all-around gymnast, I think she'd be thicker. But because she's a rhythmic gymnast, her requires her to be thin. Hers requires her to be thinner, more agile, and a little bit more flexible than all the other ones. So no, she's thicker. Seeing Hina more, but I could be biased. Ohio goes on my thank you, Ohio. Ohio is the informal one. Thank you. I forget. Somebody just say hello. Oos. Yoho. What your informal ways? My favorite is Moshi Moshi. Yeah, I like saying Moshi Moshi, motherfucker. That's my favorite one. I like saying Moshi Moshi, motherfucker, but I know Moshi Moshi was not the one I was trying to say. It was Ohio. Ohio. But yeah. So we're gonna move on to the next. We're gonna move on to the next award of the week. Next award of the week is funniest moment. 100 Girlfriends gets the funniest moment for this week. There's a moment this week where they're at eating competition. I thought it was cooking competition. It was eating competition, and they're trying to pass the next round, and everybody is fucking. It's like a 1 versus 4. This poor girl is trying to out eat a bunch of other people. Here come Rentaro and all the girlfriends talking about like we can eat more. She's like, how? She's like, are you guys not tapped out? They're like, no, we're not tapped out. And then 3 minutes later, like, no, we're absolutely tapped out. If this nigga Rentaro wasn't rubbing our stomachs right now, we would all be barfing. This man is rubbing like 6 stomachs and his own fucking stomach. Honestly, if he was a smart man, he'd have lifted up his shirt and just rolled his stomach across all the bitches' stomachs, and that would have been way fucking better. What? Ooh, that would have been peak. Ooh, a little belly to belly action. Get your belly button to do that little suction thing. Woo! Anyways, damn, too much? That might have been too much. But anyways, I thought that shit was hilarious. Cause they was talking mad cash money shit. Like, yeah, we'll jump in this food contest right now. We're gonna body all these niggas. Bodies. Take everybody out. Whole time they couldn't take another bite. If they did, it would have been game over for every single one of them. I don't know why the moment was so fucking funny. I think it's because somebody literally said, I think the girl here said, stop using the power of friendship to try to win. Or y'all are using power of friendship to not throw up or something like that. Like 100 Girlfriends is really good. Sometimes is really good at making fun of itself. In that they're like, did y'all really just use the power of friendship to not throw up? And the short answer is yes. The long answer is yes, we would have tried to eat the food anyways, but we're glad we didn't have to because that would have been disgusting what would have happened next. I thought it was a funny fucking moment. Made me crackle and cackle. I love seeing all the hoes on display. Look at this. Beautiful. Mama! Every time I see her. Damn, mama and her daughter. God damn. I nano. Whoo. Sorry. We're done here. All right, we're moving on to the next moment. Hands of the week. Hands of the week goes to Sakamoto Days. We got the Vibes Assassin getting his ever-living bunny punched out of him by the homie Shin. I love the choreography of this episode. There was multiple moments where like this show, one off this show is very fucking violent, but I love the violence. Throughout the episode, there's a bunch of dope choreographed moments. You got Sakamoto versus Sakamoto, aka Sakamoto clone, aka some dude that's also a killer of killers. And he was there to warn Sakamoto that they done put a bounty on his head. There's a moment in the park where there's a cleaning assassin that tries to seek Sakamoto, and he turns out he stabs him with the pen in the chest. And as soon as he stabs him with a pen in the chest, here comes fucking Shin and Lou to Shawty, fucking lariat his ass into the trash bin and clean his ass out before the family could see it. I was like, that is fucking dope. Watching Shin fight the Vibes guy, the whole fight was absolutely fire. From the moment he got onto the roller coaster, the fucking loop-de-loop flip, the freaking gunplay choreography, Shin getting blinded and shot and still finding a way to pull through and fight. The fact that at the end of the day, he was like looking for Sakamoto. I'm like, I can't imagine what you're looking for him for. He finds him and he just reads Sakamoto's mind to beat this Vibes nigga ass. And it wasn't like a little ass whooping, yo. He's like, how? It's like he can read me. He's in my mind. Nope, he's not in your mind. He can't be in your mind. You're vibing out right now. You did a good job, Vibe Guy. He's reading goddamn Sakamoto's mind to know how to beat your monkey ass. And beat that shit he did. Funny enough, this also almost one funniest moment. Because the moment that Shin drops into the bunny costume, like there's a play that's going on for these kids that they're watching. Right? And it's the Bunny Man and a Red Ranger. And then there's what's it called? A Dead Doctor. I forget the name. Damn, I can't remember the name. It's like the mask with the raven. Ah, shit. There's like a Death Doctor, and he's holding a gun at the Bunny and the Red Ranger. I'm like, wait a fucking minute. What kind of twisted ass kid show are we watching right now? What the fuck was this supposed to be actually? Cause like the kids are vibing out to the kids like, yeah! Sakamoto's like, oh, this some good shit, boy. Like, what the fuck was happening? Plague Doctor! It was a Plague Doctor mask. If you don't know what a Plague Doctor mask is, look it up. I can't help you right now. Yeah, the Plague Doctor with the fucking gun pointing at the bunny, at the theme park bunny and a Red Ranger. I'm like, I don't know what we're watching, but this is fucking insane. That shit had me fucking rolling. But anywho's, I say all that to say, the hands of the week go to Sakamoto Days. They're doing dope shit over there. Make sure you go check it out. I look forward to what they're gonna do next week. Sakamoto Days, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of worries me. I get the gimmick of we're gonna be in the grocery store, we're gonna be doing shit slice of life. Assassins are gonna be coming at us out of nowhere. There's an underlying plot story. It seems like there's a consortium of bad guys getting together to get rid of Sakamoto for one reason or another. I feel like there's an obvious plot point that you could just attack his family, but nobody's trying to attack his family. And I'm just hoping that's a running theory, that's a running theme where they're like, we're just here for Fat Sakamoto, and we don't give a damn that he has a family. So fingers crossed. I'm hoping they don't do no weird shit. And yeah, let me know down below what you think about Sakamoto Days. Who do you think had better hands this week, if not Sakamoto? Honestly. Not fair. They packed his Jenner ass up. Yeah, they did. Plague Doctor, thank you. Bubonic Death, Plague, head ass. Those kids are definitely being abused with whatever they made them witness. No, honest. I look, I can't imagine what they had them watching, but it was one of those things where I'm like, yeah, I don't know what's going on here, bro. But somebody go get them. They're looking real weird. Anyways, let's get into the next award. Best plot twist of the motherfucking week. The best plot twist of the week, it's easy. Like, again, we're watching a lot of new things right now, but right now, nothing's really jumping out at me too far. Plus, the best plot twist so far, I almost gave it to Dr. Stone because I didn't think we need gambling. What they were building, I wasn't ready for it. But I ended up giving it to Solo Leveling because I never expected Tsung's daddy to just pop up. It's funny because as soon as you see this dude, you're like, damn, he looks kind of familiar. Then it's like, what's his name? Wait, he said his name was Sung. I was like, wait a goddamn minute. And as soon as they said his last name, I was like, yo, did they say what happened to Jim Woo's daddy? The dark one looked at me, she's like, Lee looked at me, he's just like, I'm not saying shit. Right? And I'm just like, no, that's his daddy, bro. Daddy's back! Daddy's back! Daddy's back! But it is his father. And Han Su found out that it's his daddy. And Swan Su tried to run the ones and quickly found out that he thought he was the hottest shit on this side of DC because he was an S-ranked hunter and he got demolished. They said it was in moments, not minutes, not minutes, not hours. They said it was in moments. That tells me the fight broke out. The fight might have lasted like 15 to 20 seconds. And they demolished like 3 city blocks. And Hong Su was absolutely wiped. Not dead though. I don't know if he didn't die because he's an S-ranked hunter or if he didn't die because Sung was like, I don't want to kill this one. I feel like mercy was had upon him if he's alive. But honestly, if he's dead, ain't nobody gonna miss him. Box his ass up. Matter of fact, bury him next to his brother. Fuck both of them, to be real with you. Because you was about to run. Honestly, respected him because he was gonna run the ones with Jin Woo's daddy. He's like, oh, I couldn't get my hands on the son, but I'm gonna run the hands on the daddy. You found out the hard way that daddy don't play, son. You stupid. You dumb stupid. You real dumb stupid, honestly. What the fuck was he really thinking? What you thought you was about to do? Damn. That's why solo leveling. I love the lore and the world building solo leveling so much because of how the way the system goes. Once you're powerful, once you're S rank, you're just that. People can't go from E to S. People can't climb. They can only whatever you get and whatever powers you happen to have or procure or complete. That is all you have. Like, and then I guess, oh, and the weapons and the gear that you got, that's all you got. You can get better in those exact things, but you'll never like ascend to like another level. You can make your one thing so good that it beats other people. Shout out to the dude last season who also had the shadow step and who's pushing Jinwoo to the max, the agency guy that he ended up killing. That's a good example of like, yeah, I'm B rank, but I've killed up the A and S. I've killed the A rank before, and I'm pretty sure I could kill an S rank if I catch him slipping. It's like, yeah, if you could refine, no matter what strength level you are, if you can refine your thing or get a set of skills or get a set of armor that gets you to the next level, like that's the best you could do. So within reason, if you're S rank, anybody who's not S rank, you're not really worried about them. You're not really worried about them because the gaps in the levels are so massive. Even there's an A rank who refine his skills to the finest. Just off your sheer base stat points, you're gonna beat his ass. So it makes sense when you see these S ranks walking around like their shit don't stink, because for all intents and purposes, their shit really don't stink. It probably smells like Febreze, Gain, Downy, Unfathomable, whatever the fuck you want to call them, little bead things. And within reason, they body everything in front of them. So when you come up against the point oh 0.01 and point oh 0.02 of the Sung family, of course you don't think you're about to lose, but Lord Maho, you fucking lost, bro. You got your ass beat. You got your shit ran. Which begs the question, yo, what the fuck's going on Jeju Island, bro? What the fuck? Because now I think about it, these S ranks couldn't handle Jeju Island. Either they weren't good enough for what they already had, or Jeju Island is that bad. Honestly, it's a little bit of both because they seem ready to go back and they have better teams and tactics. So we'll see what they got cooking over there. But yeah, plot twist of the week: Sung's daddy, lost in the gates for 10 plus years, comes out, murders an S rank hunter, and is now on the loose. What's he gonna do when he sees his son? I don't know. Is Jinwoo gonna have to kill his daddy? I don't know. Is daddy gonna have to kill Jinwoo? I don't know. Is Jinwoo this catastrophe that he's worried about? I don't know. What I do know though is that solo leveling was also the anime of the week. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the background I went with is with my baby girl Cha Hae-in. I ain't gonna hold you. Of all the dope shit that happened in the episode of Solo Leveling, the best part was any part she was in. My God, the way they let that shot get up out that pool, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm talking about her real disrespectfully, because in my mind, I ain't gonna hold you. I was pretty sure she was like fresh out of high school, 18 years old. But my sources tell me she's 21 in college. She can drink, she can get some of this juice. And I'm telling you right now, I got all the juice for her. Honestly, no shame. I'm gonna X this out. She's already my background. I don't give a damn. I don't give a mother what. I don't give a goddamn. She is my mother sucking background. So I say all that to say this week, Soul Leveling episode of the week. Not even fucking close. It was absolutely beautiful. It was dope. I look forward to somebody or something this season upending Solo Leveling as the best of the best anime of the week. But right now, nothing is seeing Solo Leveling. It's not really close. I do have some theories that Apothecary Diaries is definitely cooking something crazy. I could see Sakamoto Days coming through with something a little bit wild. But as of right now, nothing's really seeing Solo Leveling, and that's just facts, bro. Solo Leveling's been too good consistently since its season 1. Season 2 came back, lost no air. I have seen some complaints of people saying that the pacing is a little bit off as opposed to the manhwa, that they're skipping little things here and there. But from what I see, the counterpoint to those people complaining about them skipping things is they're not really skipping anything crazy. They're just skipping like slice of life shit. Some of his interactions with one or two people that aren't overly important, but also like, are you missing something? Yeah, but is it something that's like critical to the episode? Is it critical to the story? Not really, unless it's a character point that pops up later. But I also tell people all the fucking time, just because you read the manhwa or the manga does not mean the show is gonna go exactly in the order you think it's gonna go. A lot of shows and a lot of shows use recalls, they use flashbacks, which are not the same thing. Recall and flashbacks are not exactly the same thing. They sound the same, but they're not. There's recalls and flashbacks that they could use to either to fill that space to what you thought got left out is going to be recalled or flashed back to in the next episode. So it's one of those things where it's like, look, you just got to let them cook until the season is over, until you're past the point of no return where you know that they skipped out on some material. You should just let it go until you know for sure. And even if they did skip some of the stuff that I'm hearing they might have skipped, like a conversation with Jinna or a conversation with the other girl, it's one of those things like, isn't that big of a deal? Is it really story changing? No. I do know that y'all readers want to see every single panel and sentence uttered into the show, but it don't work like that, unfortunately. And I think you're just gonna have to hold that out. Whatever. Anyways, we're gonna read the chat and then we're gonna end the night on this episode of Sus Maho. Where were we? I love the psychic battle. I even know Sung had a pops. I thought he and Sis just manifested dead. That guy that blocked the S rank punches was A, right? I don't remember what he was, but I know he's a problem in his own right because he blocked the punches. Jinwoo specifically said he don't want to fight him last season. He did say that. Oh, he did say that. Jinwoo, was it? Okay. Jinwoo said he didn't want to fight him last season. That was last season, number one. Number two, I don't know if that's the same person, but I'm gonna let that cook. But he could be strong enough. Alpharetta, Shizuku and her doppelganger fight. Oh, you know what? That would have been a good. That honestly would have been a good one for most despicable. Most despicable should have been Shizuku not being able. Shizuku losing to herself. But technically speaking, she did not lose to herself. She, by screaming out for help, she actually did what she was supposed to do. She finally admitted that she needed help, which is something that she refused to do. But the show's already over, so I'm not going to add that back in. But that's a good point. I wish I thought of that. I honestly wish I thought about that. That one would have been a good one for Hands of the Week, too. But honestly, that would have been a good one for Most Despicable. Damn, I missed a good opportunity. Oh, well. Hello, everyone. What's going on, Brother Vex? But, all right, my host, this is the end of Sus Maho Radio. I appreciate y'all. I'm your host, DN, formerly known as Director Nasty. Please ensure if you're watching, listen to this on YouTube or Spotify, you comment, you share, you got the sauce, share the sauce, give to somebody you love. If you want to become one of my hosts, make sure you check out the link in the description for the Discord, also for the Twitch, where we're live every Monday night to make sure we record these Sauce Mahos, and you too could call in or be part of the crowd and just get your words on the screen like so. Again, I'm your host, DN. If you got the sauce, share the sauce. We're out.